Hello and welcome to The Thread of Gentlemen, a brand new podcast where we take a kamikaze dive into the best
and often worse tales the internet has to offer.
I'm Johnny. I'm Ben.
I'm Charlie. And without any further ado,
I think we need to get the show started.
Okay, so this is called I Violently Myself in the Middle of a Church Convention.
Longest ever Bond villain name.
I feel like this is going to be Ron Seal. It's going to do what it says on the tin. Okay, so...
Just go in a completely different direction. I'm begging.
My senior year of high school, I'd gotten a new girlfriend and I was totally in love with her. Me, her, my parents, and her parents had gone to a big revival service type thing at a huge church. Before this, though, we'd gotten food at a generic sit-down restaurant. In the travel time between the restaurant and the church, I felt the poop coming on. But I wasn't worried. I'd held it for longer in the past. However, the longer I waited, the more I realised that this was no ordinary poop.
It was no ordinary poop.
This is God poop.
It's got its own jingle now.
By the time I got to the church, I could hardly stand f***ing hell.
I felt the power of Jesus running through my ass.
Yeah, he can walk.
Give me the brown.
And given the size of the church, it was a good 200 yards walk to the restroom. Ooh. About halfway there, the dam broke. And I don't know if you know what I mean, but once you start, you cannot stop. The only way to hold it was to stand still, but I couldn't make it to the bathroom, so now I'm stranded. Halfway between the car and the bathroom, in the middle of a f***ing church lobby, with already a good cup of shit in my underwear.
Oh. Okay, son, you know what to do at this point. You are in a church. Pray like you've never f***ing prayed before.
And he is right, there is no cutting off the shutters at that point.
I don't know how do you? Like, cutting off a poop is a hard thing. Cutting off a pee is a hard enough thing to do.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what this guy did.
I don't
and
want you to.
He didn't do any of that.
I really hope the answer would have been, I prayed and it all went away.
Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
At this point, I just send it.
That is the fucking best
Listen, in it for a penny, you're in it for a pound.
This is the thing, isn't it?
Come on, boys. Chewy, punch it.
Oh, Pan Solo. Love it. Pooh-bacca, that was way better. Right, anyway. Let's try and get through this. Jesus, fucking send it. Right.
I just know that's what he was thinking at the time. I just committed to that so hard. Good for you. You're my favourite person sending the story so far. Oh, yes. America wins again.
So anyway, he does what he does, and I'm not saying it again. At this point, I just fucking send it.
So this dude's just in the street, just like, well, I've half shit myself. That's just fucking situation.
Oh, shit, I've got again.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, I'm not saying the line again. Right, but he does what he does. And then he starts walking as normally as you could towards the bathroom. All the while, a seeming fountain of diarrhea is pouring out of me. By the time I get to the stall,
Oh, God.
my underwear is completely ruined. Yeah. Soaked right up to my ballsack. And I'm stuck. Because it had also soaked through my trousers.
He's just in his Sunday bests. Fuck. You're so fucked.
I'm covered in Yeah. Well,
Oh, shit, you're fucked. F it. You're
sounds like a shit and a half.
Just leave.
Right, so he's soaked through his pants, he's soaked through his trousers, and he's covered in sweat. It is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but you said it.
All the while, people are milling in and out of this bathroom because it's a massive church convention. In my desperation, I ditched the underwear beside the toilet, pull my trousers up as high as they could go, untuck my shirt, and dip out of the side door. At the same time, I text my dad to meet me in the car right now. Thankfully, he did meet me right now, and without asking any questions, he drove me to a local Target and bought baby wipes,
Nice.
a new pair of trousers,
Good dad.
and a new pack of underwear.
Bet you he still had some questions, though.
I'm sure he knew exactly what had happened, but he never judged me, never laughed, or even asked questions. This guy is a better dad than me. 100%. I simply cleaned up as best I could, got dressed, and went back in and sat down beside my girlfriend to watch the service.
He got off pretty light at this point.
Yeah, it's not finished yet.
Okay.
After we'd gotten back in the car, my girlfriend's dad tells this story of going in the bathroom and finding the most horrid pair of underwear he has ever seen in his life. And what had looked like someone had missed the toilet extremely. He said it was the worst thing he'd ever seen in a church. Little did he know the culprit was sitting right beside him. Well, it's been 4 years since then, and although me and my girlfriend broke up, our families are still close, and the story of him finding the underwear comes up quite often. It's a running gag between our two families. I love my dad so much more after this experience, because every time throughout the years it comes out, he has never once exposed me. And to this day, the worst thing our families have ever heard of was perpetrated by me, and no one will ever know. F***ing hell, what a great story.
Oh,
What a great
For
dad.
him, mate. It's the
Great
Scarlet
dad.
Pimpernel Brown.
Right, one last time for posterity. At this point, I just f***ing send it.
Where are you going with that?
Oh, Jesus.
I love that though about this guy, that he's just like, I get f it.
It's out of my hands, it's with God.
He could have just relaxed.
Jesus, take the wheel.
He could have just let the poop out, like.
But no, it's just.
But he's like, F
It is
it's
what it
coming
is.
out. So
It is what it is.
he just put it into Mac f***ing 10, didn't he? No, our new catchphrase, by the way, is just send it.
Just f***ing send. Oh, that's a t-shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that with like Jesus next to it? With the thumbs up.
Like the Buddy Christ. Just send it. Oh, me.
This one's called Nice Ring. And so after lockdown ended in my country, there was no comma there. I paused for reason.
So the song's called Nice Ring.
Nice Ring.
It's got a real ring to it.
Got it. After lockdown ended in my country, there's been a huge sale at my local laser hair removal clinic. What a way to start a storm. It's been a huge sale. So I thought, F it, I might as well go for it. Whatever floats your boat, man. I mean, some people just were happy to see family again.
Yeah, some people just want to see their nan. You know,
Go to the cinema.
Some
go to a
people just want to see
restaurant.
the clip. You know?
Yeah, go and get your f***ing genitals zapped by Buzz Lightyear. Why not? So I paid for my 10 visits and set off for the first one. Oop-a-dee-boop-a-boop. A little nervous but excited for my new hairless body.
Nice.
Aerodynamic.
Now, I decided it would be a great idea to get a full Brazilian, all the way front to back. Pretty normal, right? And he put that, so I'm doing little gun fingers. Pretty normal, right?
I'm guessing that this is a girl.
Quick question.
Go for it.
What is a Brazilian?
It's the full strip, isn't it?
Is it a strip?
Yeah.
Like landing strip, or is it nothing? I've
realised I don't know. I just know
I
it's a
thought the
crafty-
Brazilian was the strip. But actually, if they're saying full Brazilian...
That's landing strip.
Yeah.
But Brazilian, no.
I've realised I don't f***ing know either.
Really?
I just do this. I'm in the mood.
I'm guessing it's completely hairless, very good at curling. low resistance.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah,
Now you can
toboggan. I don't know.
fight
Same words.
better when you've got no
This
underwear on.
person is getting rid of. This person is getting rid of everything.
So the lovely nurse comes in and gives me a brief heads up. Giggity. Explains how it all works, sort of thing. I feel like you need more than that, but whatever. Wait, nurse?
Do you need a nurse?
Yeah, no, I've just suddenly realised.
Yeah, this has got to be the laser thing. This can't be just like.
No, I think you just go and see Chantel and she does a little.
She rents a room at the side of the dentist. You know, it's all kosher.
It's like, you don't go into like extra special clinic. Like, it's just.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. So she leaves the room, leaving me to strip down. Then she comes back in. I just realised I'm f***ing up the story here, but I find that weird that you leave the room to just come back in to just see all the stuff. That's a weird dignity thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but they do. I mean, we went for. I'm pointing at Jess, not you. We went for like a couples massage thing recently, and they do that. Like that, you sit there in your bathrobe, and they explain like, we're going to rub these oils, and it's going to do this, and I'm thinking, don't get a boner, don't get a boner, don't get a boner. And then they're like, right. Yeah. And then they're like, right, we'll leave the room. I'm thinking, what? So I can take my bathrobe off? Like I've got shorts on. I reckon they go out there and have a little chat, like, look at these fucking disgusting humps. Who's rubbing oil into that one?
What's the hog gonna look like?
Yeah.
Doink.
Birthmark bingo.
The only time I've had to strip off for anything, I had a hammam.
What?
A hammam, I think it's a hammam.
that?
It's like a North African rub down.
Okay.
I described that in the most accurate, but yet not the way they would describe it way.
Yeah.
African rub down.
It's basically like a steam room made of terracotta, and then somebody like a very burly Moroccan lady comes in and whips you with plants. Like, seriously, it's just like they scrub the fucking shit out your back.
I think I've seen this on TV. Yeah.
Sounds great.
So
Pornhub, like.
Yeah, one of those documentaries. Yeah.
it's like Passion of the Christ, but with an erection.
So Passion of the Christ.
Jim Caviezel is a sexy motherfucker. That or the Paul Bettany a la Da Vinci Code. So, she comes back in. This is the nurse, by the way, after stripping down and the whole segue that we just had there on stripping naked, and decides that we are going to laser away the hair around my arsehole first.
Just start at the back. Don't know.
Let's see whether the arsehole got a good old...
Imagine if there's a little nugget left on her hair.
Ooh!
And that's going to get lasered.
I've always imagined that these people
see
see some... So, the instructions I'm given are lay on your right side and use your left hand to pull up your bum cheek.
Yeah.
So here I am, lying on my side, hand pulling up my bum while this lady sticks a laser around my arsehole. Lucky day. Now, on my left hand, I wear this gorgeous silver ring with a bright blue gem. It was handmade by my best friend's boyfriend, so it's pretty unique. So this lady saw my gorgeous ring... Well, we already know that. And decided to break the awkward silence with a, that's a cute ring you have there. And of course, I happened to forget I was wearing the damn ring.
Yeah. Okay.
It just made sense in my head that this nurse was complimenting the ring of my arsehole. Fair enough.
Well, that's a cute ring you got there.
It's a cute ring. That's where I turn around and go, why, thank you. So still on my side, I tell her, thank you. It's a lot nicer when it's hairless.
Oh, it's such a weird thing to say.
Cue the awkward
But
laugh.
that's exactly what you would say.
Yeah.
Just don't make conversation with somebody while they're around your arsehole and it's not for fun. You know?
How long does the treatment last? I want to know how long the silence was.
I think a
afterwards.
session is like I don't think it's a quick procedure. I think you're in there for a good 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, define quick, but when somebody's around your arsehole, that's a
a long time.
That's a fortnight.
So being around an arsehole. So cue the awkward laugh, then silence, until I realised that she was not, in fact, talking about my bum. Finished the rest of the appointment without speaking and dashed out of there as soon as possible, still recovering. Well, at least the procedure went well. Usually these stories end up with like a burnt arsehole.
And at least you've got some memories.
Yeah, and also you kept the ring, the silver one. Like I was thinking, again, the way that these stories go, that you were going to lose the ring.
Yeah, that was going up somewhere.
Yeah, that was going somewhere.
That was a relatively PG story.
Yeah, the nurse is asking for you to take a so you have your ring back.
I hope you do. Maybe they do have a nice ass.
Maybe they do. Send us a picture. No, don't send us a picture. Don't send us a
No,
picture.
it's the internet. They will. They will.
Yeah, I know. Oh, God.
If you've liked what you've heard in this podcast, but you've got your own stories that you know are even worse,
Please send it through to stories@thethreadofgentleman.com.
And we will do our best to air your dirty and filthy laundry for you. Thank you.
short but sweet. This one is called Popeye.
Bye-bye.
So this actually happened a fair few weeks ago, but I'm here to tell the story as if it was yesterday. So here goes. So, me and my girlfriend are just enjoying our day off together after being at work for a while, so we thought we'd enjoy it in the way we like best, by fucking. So, I obviously won't go into too much detail, but the first time...
So you're about to?
But the first time was fine, everything went smoothly, no jizz in anyone's eye. I'm feeling good as any man would after the first round. Wow, here's the groove.
Yeah, it's like you don't say to somebody like, "Oh, how was do you do anything on your day off for work?" You're like, "Yeah, it went great. Didn't kill anyone."
We start up again and things heat up. We're at it again, and I feel the end approaching. I pull out because at the time there was no birth control involved. Stupid, I know. I feel the sensation, but not the warm feeling of my jizz.
Oh.
I look down to see what's going on, and I'm ambushed by my own dick. Bam! Straight in the eye. My dick turned into a cum cannon and mounted an offensive on my eye. My God, it stung. My girlfriend had no idea at first and then noticed and just laughed her head off while I sat there, ashamed that I'd given myself a facial and shouting, "Get the tissues."
Oh, you gave me your eye. The drop of a hat. Imagine the worst thing that has ever happened to you.
Having horrible Vietnam flashbacks. They're in the trees!
There's like a gradient of horrible things that have happened to me, so I don't know.
You agreed to be on this for a start.
And then forget it, because nothing that has ever happened to you can be as bad than just what happened to be right now. Statement.
Yeah, all right. Big claim. I'm excited.
Bold shout.
The floor is yours, sir. I went to the restroom and walked into a stall that wouldn't close. Good start.
Yeah.
I spent 5 minutes trying to lock it, and eventually I gave up and took my books from my bag and then used them to hold the door closed.
No, too much. There's a great technique of just kind of like sitting down on the toilet and then just leaning forward, hand on.
Actually, you're onto something.
Or legs.
There's
Yeah.
a great technique that I have is walking into a cubicle with the lock works.
Or just commit and just sit on there and be like, the door doesn't lock. If someone
Yeah, I feel like just putting your foot out.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's in a dick.
Saying
Get your
that,
nipples
though,
out. Make it a picture. You'll move.
I just like that's happened to me loads where I've walked into a store and gone no lock, and I'm like nope. It's a very easy decision to make.
Yeah.
So so they've used books to make an elaborate door lock.
Okay. I'm getting a picture of this guy who's taking books in for a
Yeah.
Weirdo. I sat on the toilet so I could poop. I mean, I've been holding it in since 8 a.m. and it's almost 2. Ah, yeah, you're barking. Woof, woof. I leaned back in relief and I noticed something fall off my head. My hat. That's the moment I knew I'd fucked up. The second it landed in the toilet, that's when my waist started to free itself from its hole and fall right onto my hat. Poor hat.
How?
What type of hat
Like,
was
why
it?
have you just
Sorry, no. He can't be sat on the toilet first.
Well, I think what he's probably done is just gone like, and then like the thing's just like probably like, bounced off the porcelain.
Or maybe if it's gone in like that. If it's like a cap.
Oh, it's a beanie. If it's a beanie, that's going to easily slip between butthole and...
I was going to say, like I'm a big guy, there's a pretty good kind of sealer around the, around the whole thing, but...
See, instantly, when they said about him bringing books in, I was like, fedora. It's going to be a fedora. The books is going to be about, like, modern alchemy.
Oh, Santana sent us a story.
So hang on, he's his hat.
His hat. So I can see what it is. It's like... the hat has fallen and then it's caught the poop. It's basically a baseball glove.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fair enough. He entered.
They're such f***ups.
You couldn't do that if you fucking tried.
I like it with like the full sense of like how this is going. I'm sure it will go wrong in a minute, but like I started stacking up books. The door won't lock. And then my hat. Okay. Left turn.
Oh, what a Kevin. What a Kevin.
So the second it landed in the toilet, that's when my waist decided to free itself from the hole and fall right into the hat. Now, a cold bowl of piss and cotton. It's a beanie. I couldn't just leave my hat in the toilet. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. You flush it.
In fact, that was the only fucking option that
you give it a courtesy flush, so the fucking plumber's got something to do, and then you off into the wind.
Because it's kind of like, or else it would clog up and make a bigger mess than before. Who gives?
I would argue, not your problem.
Abandon the situation, please.
Take a photo, walk away.
Brexit, it's out my hands.
It's like, and cause me to make a bigger mess than before, and possibly cause me to move to another country due to my embarrassment. Not if they don't find out. You're fucking up at every possible turn.
Why being embarrassed? Why embarrassed by that? Embarrassed.
Yeah, innit? Poop on a hat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your hat. It's a free country.
Yeah.
That's like Morris dancing in other countries. Pooping on a hat day,
I'd like to see people pooping on Morris dances.
Walk away from the fucking poo hat.
Yeah. That is not salvageable.
Away.
Poo hat.
The original, the OG poo hat. So guess who has to reach their hand into that mess? No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, absolutely not. The f***ing plumber. That's who.
Yeah, the plumber. Anybody else but you at this point needs to not reach the hat. In fact, just f***ing abandon toilet. Me, he says. I grabbed that hat and crap into my hand and stuffed it into the tampon box. No, you're making this worse.
Yeah. Every step he's f***ing this up.
It's not the worst day of your life. You are the worst day of your life.
I bet every day is the same for this dude.
This is your own problem.
I wiped up all the with some tissues.
Why?
And got the hell out of there. No, should have got the hell out of there sooner. Literally every line that you're coming out with is annoying me. So got the hell out of that stall to wash my hands for a good 10 minutes. No, remove yourself. You're taking too long. Like the whole procedure is taking too long. I lost my at the drop of a hat. Lol. And it was honestly the worst day of my life.
That was really good.
Worst day of my life. If that is the way that you live your life, making those decisions, that is not going to be the worst day of your life. You have a horrendous story coming up until you die if you don't change your ways soon. Leave the hat. Leave the hat. Leave the hat. Leave the hat. Well, there we have it. We went down some avenues.
I've learned some things today.
I do want to forget some of the things. Thank you for listening. We'll have some more interesting stories for you next time. Maybe some less brown and dark and red stories.
We're going to drink and cry now.
That's right. So if you have any more stories, please do send them in.
Speak to you next time. All the best. All the best.